G'day YouTube. This is a video that my brother and I did a year and a half ago. We rode around Tassie for 4 weeks or so. We took the Unimog down. We've got mountain bikes, motorbikes and surfboards. We surfed, we rode the dirt bikes, we rode the mountain bikes. There's quite a few mountain bike parks around there as well. This first little track we've got here, so it's sort of sandy. There's surprisingly a lot of rocks on the track as well, and very dry when we're there too, so most of the times it's wet on this west coast. You can see that I've started to radius the corners here and use the whole track as well, so normally I wouldn't do that. Normally I'd stick to my wheel track, but I knew there was berms on this particular track, so I was going to the outside and outside. Plus we'd not seen anybody else pretty much in this whole trip. So we just stopped here at a little cove. The west coast, certainly the upper west coast, is punctuated by small bays and fishermen's shacks. So they've been able to write them out of the parks or the I can't pronounce that. No, I still can't pronounce that. I'll get back to that. The conservation regions in Tasmania as well. So fishermen are responsible for a good portion of the income in the island, of course. Small island surrounded by water, and I think it's one of the biggest oceans in the world on the west coast of the island. It stretches all the way back to South America, of course, and nearly unimpeded as well. So like this, all these little low-lying areas, they would have had water in them in most other seasons. Fair bit of sand. We're close to the beach, so this sand's quite thin as well, so not much structure to it. It makes for good riding, but also makes for difficult riding as well. You can see the bike getting pulled around a little bit. Mindful, my brother doesn't like the dirt as much as I do, so I try not to encroach on him too much. One, it rattles him a bit, and two, like I've got a chance to run into him if he mucks up as well. So it changes the way I ride a little bit as well, because I'm trying to ride so I don't influence his riding as well, and so I don't run into him. He's had two new knees a little while ago as well, so he's not as mobile as he once was, or even could be. We stop here, we have a little discussion. Nice little harbour. Nice new humpy. Yeah, brand spanking new humpy across there. I marked for a long while. Yes. That sand was endless. Yeah. Any good? Yeah, I got better when I started realising what I was doing wrong. More drive or clutch? More drive and just weight the pegs and just steer with your feet. Yeah. Rather than... There's not much any further, is there? No, we're on that little bit of dirt road to the main road, and then main road, it's probably... Do you want to have a look at that little shop in Arthur River? That's not far away, is it? Yeah, no, that's where we're headed, I thought, Arthur River. You can see this map, so this is the northwest corner of the top of Tassie. We're coming into Arthur's River, so it's quite a big tributary, comes out of the sort of the centre of the island, little store here, so we got a few little supplies. There's a little bit bigger store a little bit further north up the coast. We don't need much, but you know, it's sort of nice to come back to a little bit of civilization every now and again. So we pull in here. You know, I don't think we got much. I think we got a packet of pasta, and that was about it. We had a fair bit of gear in the Unimog, enough to certainly keep us supplied for multiple days. Now we're both riding Hondas, so I've got a CRF 450L, my brother's got a 450X. Both very underrated dual sport bikes. With the X that we're looking at there, you can change the front sprocket and it'll see well over 170 k's an hour. One Baja 1000 many times. It's won the Australian Safari as well, and pretty sure it won the Fink multiple times as well before KTM came in and put some money into it and made it their race. We're coming down this, in the distance there is Sandy Cape. We're both riding as well as looking for waves. As you might imagine, a Unimog or any four-wheel drive is a lot slower on a four-wheel drive track and the beach than a motorbike, so we use the motorbikes to scout around, and then we use the truck to travel to somewhere. I spot some waves. I thought they were eagles for a minute. They're just gulls. So the GPSs we've got on this particular trip, we've got a Rhino, and that is a 750, and that's a GPS as well as a radio. So in these places there's lots of four-wheel drives, so that's quite a handy little tool. Plus we can talk to each other on the bikes as well, so you've got line of sight, and of course it depends if there's any hills or what's in your way. The line of sight is, you know, maybe 15 k's, you know, maybe 20 if one's up high, you know, trying to go down to one low, or if you're unobstructed. They've been quite good. One other advantage of the Rhino is that if I press my talk button, then it can send the position to the other Rhino models as well, and then you can have a go-to for the navigation. So I could just press go-to and it would give me a bearing, or depending on the way you've got it set up. So if there was roads there, it would actually direct you on the roads to get to that where that other GPS position is. I really enjoy riding on the beach with low tide here. Of course, pretty easy. Little sandhill at the other end of the beach that I used a fair bit of revs and momentum to get me up it. Sand's quite soft in Tasmania, so you know, certainly in the vehicles you're up lower tyre pressures and low gears. Didn't exactly know what was going to be over the side of that little rise, so I backed off a bit. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoy it. Please give me some feedback if there's something I can do better, you think. Thanks, bye now.
Yeah.